Welcome back to another episode of Aleesha's Pod. I just wanted to start off by saying thank you so much for all the recent support. I mean, last week I started my all my new social media pages for this podcast, and I've been posting, and it's been doing relatively well. And I don't know, it means a lot to me that I'm able to connect with people. And my words, like, people are listening to what I'm saying. It's really nice. So thank you so much, everyone out there listening. I really appreciate it. And it just means so much to me. It just means so much to me because I mean, as a person, I never really feel heard by anyone. So I don't know. It's really cool to have you guys. So welcome back. We're back. Apologies for the late episode. It's Thursday right now. It was supposed to be up on Tuesday, and I'm recording it the day that it's releasing. I've just been going through some stuff, personal life stuff, just general, like, traumatic events. But guys, I'm here, and something's going to happen this week. This is going to be put out this week, and everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to even out, and we're going to be all right. You know, if you're going through something, if you are going through something, I know it's going to be okay. And I know we're going to push through it together. And everything is going to be, don't you worry about a thing. Because every little thing is going to be all right. So guys, I wanted to talk about, I was going to say the elephant in the room, but it's really not, unless you look really closely. Can you even see? I don't know. I got some bumps there. Maybe I'll insert a picture of when I flared up real bad. But guys, I have psoriasis. So I want to talk about, kind of my diagnosis, everything leading up to my diagnosis, trouble getting diagnosed, things that I've done now to kind of help it. Things that I've went through, people judging me, everything. And it's really important to me to talk about this because when I was diagnosed and I was going through all the things to get diagnosed, it was horrible. I was 12 years old and it was intimidating, embarrassing, humiliating. Like, I was disgusted with myself because I didn't understand. But okay. So I remember vividly, this is like 2017. I was like 11 or 12, 2017, 2018, around there. I had this pimple on my scalp. You know what? Why don't we start off with me kind of explaining what psoriasis is? So psoriasis is a skin condition, autoimmune, kind of similar to eczema, but I don't know if eczema is autoimmune. I'm not too familiar because I don't have that, but psoriasis, you get like flaky patches of skin, redness, like it's like kind of just like a super, really, 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 really super flaky, dry patch of skin. It can affect your nails. It can affect your organs. And since it's autoimmune, you are kind of at more of a risk for certain health conditions, like arthritis and I've been told diabetes, but I'm not sure exactly how that works because it's type 2. Maybe some of the medications or things. But yeah, so it's, I'll pop up a description, but it's been explained to me in many different ways by many different doctors. So it's kind of, I don't know if anyone really knows what it is. There's no cure. There's only, treatments. So let's get into my diagnosis story. So again, 2017, 2018, I was like 11 or 12. I'm 19 now, so it's been quite a long time since I've been diagnosed. I remember I was in Arizona for the summer, visiting my uncle and my aunt. Shout out to y'all. Shout out. So I remember feeling this weird pimple on the back of my head. All right. Super random. Didn't know what it was. And I remember being in the backseat of the car and telling my dad, like, hey, there's something weird on my head. And he ignored it. Bless his heart, though, because, I mean, if your 10-year-old or your 11-year-old kid is in the backseat telling you there's something on her head, it's not really cause for concern. So I remember I had that and I would pick at it, and then flash forward a few months, I have it all over my head, but I'm embarrassed to say anything. I texted my dad one time and I was like, hey, can you get me like dandruff shampoo? Because I think I have dandruff. Which I don't think he ever got me dandruff shampoo, because he was just like, what the hell are you talking about? But then I don't think I said anything else, because I was like embarrassed that my head was like covered in like plaques of like psoriasis. Like I didn't know that that's what it was at the time. I thought I had really bad dandruff. And so, because I would look it up and the only thing that would come up is like dandruff. And so I thought it was that. And flash forward, I don't know how long, but one morning I'm leaving for school. My dad looks at my hair and he's like, telling me that I need to go to the doctor because he doesn't know what's wrong with me. And at this point in time, it must have been really, really inflamed and red and irritated because I didn't know what it was. I didn't know how to treat it. And I was just confused. So I ended up going to the ER that same morning, and the people in the ER had no idea what it was. So they're like, maybe she has an infection, gave me antibiotics and sent me home. I never took the antibiotics because I was like, because I didn't want to take them because they were like gross. Like it was like probably like amoxicillin or something, or penicillin. I don't know. But it was like liquid. And I was like, no. So I never took it. And then I think I had an appointment with my actual doctor and she referred me to a dermatologist. Went to the dermatologist, and at this point in time, it's on my face. Like I get it right on my forehead and like around the edges of my face, down my neck, on my chest, on my stomach, my back, my arms, my legs, literally everywhere besides like my hands and feet, which is really random. And like, no, I do get it on my elbows, but at this point in time, well, it's really weird because psoriasis typically is all over the knees, all over the hands, all over the elbows. But the type of it that I have is called guttate psoriasis, which basically means that I get smaller plaques. Like I have really small. Oh my God, I can't get up. If you can see there, those are kind of some plaques that I have. They're like really small dots. But if untreated, they can become much larger. So at the time I had it around the edges of my face, the back of my neck, behind my ears, in my ears, actually, not in my ears, but like the outside parts of my ears. I don't think I had any on my body at this time. It was just kind of all over my arms. Like all of these that I just showed were much bigger. And I had, the scar is kind of not there anymore, but I had a huge one right here, big ones on my elbows. Like it was mostly on my arms and my face. And so I go see a dermatologist and he's like, not the greatest guy, because he looks at me for 2 seconds and he goes, this is not, because I think his assistant had seen me before and he said it was guttate psoriasis because he must have been like better or something. I don't know. But he said that, and then, geez, dude, my genus is so big. Hold on. Okay. And then the actual doctor comes in and he's like, this is not guttate psoriasis. This is just psoriasis. And he leaves the room like immediately after that, which made me feel so small. Like I felt so like fuck, like, because I'm getting a diagnosis right now of something that I don't want and I didn't want, because I think my doctor had probably explained to me that she thought that it was psoriasis, and that like, and kind of explained kind of what psoriasis was to me. So I didn't want it to be that. And so I was scared, you know, and to have a doctor walk in, yell something and leave, super, like, that's how I find out is crazy. But anyway, I ended up getting some creams and stuff to use, and they gave me the very non-harsh ones at the time. And they sort of worked, sort of not. But it did start clearing up a little bit. Felt a little more confident. You know, I didn't have things on my face anymore. But I remember going to school, and I used to have a side part. And my hair would like cover my face. And it was like good because it would cover like all my psoriasis that was on my face, and like you couldn't really see it. And I would wear like hoodies and pants every day. Like, you would not catch me in shorts. Or short sleeve shirts. I don't care how hot it was outside, because my arms were like covered in this, like my psoriasis, and I was really embarrassed. And one time, this girl who was part of the friend group actually that I had previously talked about that told me to like myself, she, for some reason, like, okay guys, we already have established in this channel that she's crazy. But in middle school, so this was in 6th grade when I was getting all my diagnoses and stuff like that. I was walking, and at my middle school, there, when you were getting to like the yard, you had to walk down a hill. So I'm standing at the top of the hill about to walk down, and keep in mind, she's like half my height at this time. She jumps on me, pushes me down, pulls my hair back, bro. Like, and she just starts like, I don't know what she was doing. I just remember being super embarrassed, and all my friends looked at me, and they actually felt bad for me. So like, shout out to y'all, but also fuck y'all. Because of what had happened afterwards that I had talked about a few episodes ago. Yeah, and I just remember that and being like so humiliated, and then like being asked like, what's on your face, you know, things like that. And like, it's really, it's humiliating, you know, like having a condition that has no cure, knowing that it has no cure, and like being so insecure in middle school, you know, like people are already insecure in middle school, and then like I have this whole condition to put on it and whatever, you know. But then I would go to the dermatologist once a month and get more stuff and this and that and this and that. And like, I was really consistent there. It was helping a lot, and I started getting better. And then I didn't go for a while because I think I had made enough progress to where they were like, okay, like, we're just going to keep renewing your prescriptions and you don't need to like come back. So it's like, all right. Flash forward to like 2020-ish. I get really depressed and I stop taking care of myself. So my psoriasis comes back like it was never gone. And I got a new dermatologist who I went and saw, and he was super fucking rude. Like, I told him specifically, because I don't want to go. I don't have interest right now on going on any injections or steroids or anything like that. Like, because I don't feel like it's severe enough to the point where I need that. I would use that personally as a last resort. That's just my personal opinion on things like that. Nothing against people who do use them, because they're great. You know, I'm sure they're great. But personally, I'm not at that point yet. So I went to see him. He was telling me, hey, the only thing I can do for you is give you an injection right now, or give you pills to take that are steroids that will help it clear up. And I'm crying in there because I'm so frustrated. You know, like I don't want to take this stuff, and I just really don't. And that's the only thing That's the only option that he's giving me. And I was just really frustrated because I was probably like 14 at the time, super insecure, embarrassing, you know. And I went home, did my own research on the steroids, decided not to take them. And then I went to my primary doctor and I asked for a referral to a different dermatologist. And I love her, guys. I love her so much. She's really great. She gave me stronger, like creams to use. And now I don't really have to use them that much. It really depends on kind of, my skin changes based on, you know, levels of stress. Psoriasis can be triggered by stress, by your diet, by your environment, allergies, you know, things like that. I try to eat healthy. I try to exercise a lot in order to prevent my psoriasis from flaring up, or, you know, different health conditions from forming in my body. But yeah, I mean, like, it really did not help. Like, I wish, a lot of the time I wish that I didn't have this skin condition, and I wish I could just have like smooth skin and not have to worry about like sleeping and waking up in like a pile of like skin flakes that came off of me in the night. Like, because it used to be that bad to where I would have to wear like long sleeves and stuff to sleep. But it's not super bad anymore unless I let it get super bad. Another thing that helps me is sun. So I do, in the summer, I go out and I'll like lay out for a little bit. It's kind of not good for you to go lay out in the sun for that long, because I have to not use sunscreen. I've talked to my dermatologist about this as well. It really helps my skin to be in the sun. It's like, it varies from person to person. Like, sun may work or may not work. It's kind of not deeply studied because there's not too much research on psoriasis, because it's technically not life-threatening, and it's autoimmune. So it's like a really hard thing. I don't know. I really don't know, because I'm not like a scientist or nothing, but I know that there is no cure. And I know that the only thing that we can do is manage the symptoms. So for me, the sun does help. Thank God. I love the sun. I love the beach. You know, I love tanning. I love getting tan. I love feeling the sun on my body. But the thing is that when I go out in the sun, I have to put like oil on my body so that my skin absorbs like the UVs better. And then I can't wear sunscreen, and I have to be there for like 20-30 minutes, and that's the only way that it works. So you do risk things like sunburn, skin cancer, things like that. So I try to do it, you know, very lightly. I try to be really careful what I'm doing. I don't really use oil on my body. I'm supposed to, but I don't really do that because obviously I don't want skin cancer. Obviously I don't want to be like super sunburned. So I go lay out for a little bit, lay on my stomach for a little bit, lay on my back for a little bit, and go inside. No oils. I just let the sun do its thing. And yeah, I mean, the worst part about having psoriasis is thinking about how other people are going to judge you. Because even if I had 0 plaques on my skin right now, I would still have the, like, it's kind of scars, but it's like your skin just like loses its like melanin where you, have plaques, and it takes a really long time to come back. Like, remember when I was talking about like how I had that huge, plaque right here? I actually, like, this is how I figured out that the sun worked for me, was that I was in Arizona, in a pool, and it was almost gone, but it wasn't fully gone. I was out in the sun, and I think I got sunburned and it kind of burned it off, and it was really white for a long time right there. Like I just had a white, huge white scar, and then it turned really, really, really like dark. And then that was there for like a few years. Like it takes a really long time for the scars to go away. Which sucks, but you know, it's kind of a part of me, and I've always been really insecure about it. You know, like going to the beach, like not having a shirt on. I have so many spots on my stomach and on my back that are just white spots. And I've always been insecure because I don't want anyone to think like it's contagious or like that I have like a medical condition that's like embarrassing, you know, which I don't personally think medical conditions are embarrassing. I just am trying to explain kind of my thought process when I go out. Like I just don't want people to give me weird looks, which I always get weird looks when I don't have like, when I have like bathing suits on or like things like that. And it terrifies me, you know, like just having all these people look at me and being like, what the hell is that? You know? And I mean, I've had like, and kids have no filter. Okay. But I've had kids like come to me and be like, what's that on your face? Or like, what's that on your arm? What's that on your stomach? Like, why does your skin look like that? And the only thing I can do is just like take a deep breath and just be like, I have psoriasis, or like be like, it's psoriasis, or like just say that like I have a skin thing. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. Like, and I don't like to think about like those situations before they arise, because I don't like to hope that that's going to happen. You know, I don't like to think about the fact that that's going to happen. Another thing is like last year, my girlfriend invited me to go swim at the pool at her grandma's house, like with her cousins and like, you know, her family. And I was really scared because those people, I really do care if they think less of me or think things about me, judge me, things like that, because it's my girlfriend, you know. It's the most important thing. I mean, not most important thing, but it's a really important thing to like be liked by your significant other's family. And so like for the week leading up, I was like religiously using my creams and this and that, and like it didn't even work because it takes like a good amount of time for the creams to work or whatever. But yeah, it's something that I struggle with, definitely. And that's why, you know, I wanted to talk about it. It's a big part of my life, and it was really hard for me to be diagnosed with something that nobody talks about. Like, I think the Kardashians have it, like someone up super famous has it, like a bunch of people have it, but they hide it, and they don't talk about it because they're probably insecure about it, or they just don't want to talk about it. I think it's important to me to like have, it would have meant a lot to me to see people talking about it, you know, like just living in their skin and being comfortable in their skin, regardless of whether they have psoriasis or eczema, like any skin condition, you know. It just means a lot to me to be able to talk about my experiences and maybe have someone hear what I'm talking about, you know, and have it mean something to them. Like there's nobody advocating for psoriasis. Like there's no one talking about it. There's no one that there was no one when I was younger being diagnosed. There was no one that I could see that had psoriasis and like kind of have that representation or have that, I don't know. It's really hopeless. Like being told you have a skin condition that is like, you think is so disgusting and ugly and something that makes you so insecure, and like knowing there's no cure and knowing you always have to live with it, and then thinking you're the only person on the planet that has it, you know, it's awful. It's really awful. And I don't know, like to this day, like it all just sits with me like really hard. And I'm so sorry. My freaking phone just died, bro. That's so annoying. Like mid-sentence. And it's literally plugged in. Like, I swear I'm not that irresponsible. It was literally plugged in. I don't know how that happened. But as I was saying, like, I still feel pretty insecure sometimes. I think it's something that really comes and goes because it's been on me for like 8 or 9 years now, and I've been dealing with it for that long. So sometimes I'm like, it's just a part of me, like, whatever, it is what it is. But then other times I'm like, damn, my whole body's covered in this stuff and it's never gonna go away unless I like go on injections or like whatever. But guys, I just want to say, like, find people who love you for who you are, for what you look like, for how you act, for your humor, for your personality. Like, stick with those people. Like, I think it's super important, you know, like, the only thing that's gotten me through all of this is like knowing that there are certain people who are not pieces of shit that are going to judge you for things that you cannot control. I remember before I met my girlfriend now, this is so stupid, but it's really something that I went through. I was having a pretty bad flare, which basically just means that my skin was like in a bad stage. Like, I was getting more plaques than normal or what have you. I was having a decent flare, and I remember I added her to my private Snapchat story. Excuse me. I added her to my private Snapchat story. And at the time I had just gotten my helix piercing and it was like doing super bad. I'm about to sneeze and cough or something at the same time. Hold on. God bless America, land of my home. Okay, anyways, I added her to my private Snapchat story, and at the time I had just got my helix pierced and it was doing like not great. So I posted a picture of me with no shirt on. Guys, I had a bra on, okay? I posted a picture of me and I put, is it giving infected helix or nah? And this is so stupid, but in the picture, I like, you could see the plaques on my stomach, and she didn't even mention anything about him. And I was like, hey, you the one that I think about always. So, I mean, that was a day that I knew that I was gonna, no, I'm just kidding. But it really means a lot to me when people don't judge me for that. And when people can see past it and see that I'm a really nice and chill and cool person. And clearly you guys have seen through it, because, I mean, it's not too noticeable in these videos. What the hell? It's not too noticeable in these videos because you don't see me too close up. Like, I have to like come up and show it, I think. Also, most of my body is covered in these videos because this is PG-13, y'all, okay? And I'm just talking, okay? But guys, like, really just find people who love you for who you are and who will accept you for who you are. And this goes in so many different ways, you know? If you're gay, if you're straight, if you're religious, if you're non-religious, I think there are, it's just meet people, hang out with people who have similar morals to yours, people who care about, you know, things that you care about. Super important to have people who support you and people who are on your side. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching this new episode. I'm super sorry that my phone died in the middle of this, or towards the end. It was super stupid and super annoying for me as well. And it's going to be annoying because I have to put the video together. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for supporting me so much lately. It really, really, really means so much more than I could ever explain. I just love you guys so much, and I'll see you next week. Again, sorry for the late post. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I will see you at a regularly scheduled time next week. I love you so much. Bye. Tired of trying to